Coming up next, I give you a review of Bond Number 9, http://bondnumber9.com, and some scoop on this fragrance that you're going to want to hear. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is Joel the Nose, and this is going to be a short video, kind of like a little bit of a first impression, but also really more. I'm going to give you some scoop on a very popular Bond Number 9 fragrance. For those of you, it's called HTTP, like the website, www.bondnumber9.com. That this was a fragrance that was released in 2013. I'm going to put up a picture of the bottle here for those of you who haven't seen it. It's kind of blue and yellow, you know, typical Bond Number 9, bottle, but very cool fragrance. I was at the Bond Number 9 boutique in Miami today, in the Design District, and it is the only Bond Number 9 freestanding full boutique outside of New York City, where they're obviously based, since it's a New York City fragrance. And this fragrance came out, for those of you who don't know, in 2013. It's a woody aromatic, unisex. Fragrantica gives it a 4.31 rating, so very highly rated and thought of by everybody out there. For those of you who don't know, Bond Number 9 was founded by Laurie Strain, and this was, she's a French woman, but the fragrance is based out of New York City, and the whole fragrance is based around New York City. It's kind of like an ode to the city of New York. So almost all their fragrances have some type of reference to New York City. This is what I learned today. The Bond Number 9 store has been open for about almost 3 years in Miami, and they're slowly kind of building a presence there. And the store manager and I have got to know each other because I go in there a lot. I'm always kind of sampling, trying out their stuff. And today she gave me a bit of a scoop. That is this. HTTP is essentially being discontinued. I said, is it being discontinued? She didn't use those exact words, but she said that they made the decision. Laurice, the owner of Bond Number 9, has made the decision that she's, once the boutiques run out of their existing inventory, that's it. They're not creating any more. So I don't know how else to say it, but it's being discontinued. And they, I was kind of surprised because, she said this is one of their better selling fragrances. So I think there's some backstory here, which obviously I was not privy to. They didn't give me all the information. But this is, for those of you who don't know, what a lot of people consider a Creed Aventus clone. Now, of course, Bond Number 9, they're not a clone fragrance. They're very expensive. The bottle's over $300. It's very much type of Creed type pricing. But if you smell it, and I smelled it, I have it on, by the way, I have it on my hand, I have it on my arm, and I have it on this, their scent strips. These are the scent strips they give, by the way, in the boutiques. They're not like typical strips. They're actually little circles, look like coasters, like paper coasters. So you smell it. I mean, I would think I was smelling essentially Creed Aventus, right? So what she told me, take this with a grain of salt, accept it as truth or not. I am the messenger. Don't fight me for all the Creed fanboys or the Creed haters, whatever you are. Don't attack me on this, because this is just information that I was relayed from the manager at Bond Number 9. Is that Laurie Strain used to be a partner at Creed many years ago. She was one of the managing partners there and actually developed the original Aventus formula, okay? Back when she was there. For whatever reason, it wasn't released, and until 2010, after she was already gone from there and started her own company, Bond Number 9. This was, Creed Aventus was released in 2010. Then she released HTTP in 2013. As the story goes, this was the original fragrance, and this was the one that she came up with while at Creed. And therefore, if you accept what the manager told me, Aventus really is kind of a follower of the original formula from HTTP. I've talked to many people in the industry. This happens a lot where fragrances get developed by in-house by one perfumer. It doesn't, for whatever reason, get released. A lot of times this happens. It sits on the shelves for years, and then it gets re-released later, and this happens all the time. So that doesn't surprise me. This is very well likely, scenario. Again, I'm just reporting what I was told. Now, HTTP, again, also is the, World Wide Web designation when you're trying to go to a website. The reason why they called it that was Laurie, this was her very first fragrance that she released online. So that's why it was called HTTP www.bondnumber9.com. So a lot of cool information about that. That's why it's called that, because it was their first web released fragrance. And apparently it was the original Creed Aventus back when she worked at Creed many years ago. And for whatever reason, despite its popularity, they are discontinuing it. And therefore, if you really like this fragrance, get your hands on a bottle now before they are all gone. Because once the boutiques sell out of this HTTP fragrance, no more. No mas. Fini. Done. So there you have it. That's my scoop from Bond number 9. And hope you found it useful. If you have not subscribed already, please consider subscribing, liking the video if you liked it, and of course ring the bell for notifications if you want. And that's it. This is Joel the Nose, coming to you from Miami. Hope you're all having a great day.